Hello, guys. How's it going? I hope you are fine and healthy. Today, we are going to learn the present continuous and to form statements in present continuous to describe actions being performed at the moment of the speech. Well, today's date is Friday, January 21st, 2022. And this is our agenda. It's going to be there along the class. So, well, when we want to talk about events happening right in the moment of the speech, we use the present continuous to describe the actions. We use the present form of the verb to be plus the present participle of the main verb to form the present continuous. So observe that for the present participle, we just add the letters ing to the main verb. Let's observe the first example we have here. In this case, the first part, the first sentence is in the present simple because it says something about a habit. So Julie doesn't usually wear dresses, but today she is wearing a bright red dress. So we use the subject she, then the present simple of the verb to be corresponding to this subject. So she is, and then we take the main verb wear, adding the ending ing, so wearing. Then we have the sentence, she is wearing a red dress. Okay, let's observe some other examples. She is the subject, so she is walking the dog. She is walking the dog. We observe the ending ing. We just add ing to the main verb walk. The next one, he is washing the dishes. Right in this moment, this man is washing the dishes. Subject he, the to be form corresponding is. So he is washing the dishes. The next, we are using our phones. And pay attention to this. When the verb ends in letter E, such as this, use, we need to take off the E and add the ing part. We don't write, we don't write the letter E. We drop it off and write in continuation in using. We are using our phones. This phenomena or this situation happens with all of the verbs ending in letter E. Okay, so we can also use contractions for the part of be. When we use the present simple of be, we can do contractions. Like in this case, they're fighting with each other. They are fighting with each other. We could do this like she's relaxing at the moment. It says she is relaxing, but we can also do she's relaxing at the moment. We use the contraction when speaking. And then this last one, I am cutting some apples. Okay, here is another note. We need to check that when the verb is monosyllabic, means it means a single syllable, And this verb is formed with consonant, vowel, consonant, like this. C-U-T is consonant, vowel, consonant. We need to double the final letter before adding the part ing. So like cut, cutting with the double T, or bet, betting with the double T also, or hop, hopping with a double P. So all of those verbs that are formed consonant, vowel, consonant need to double the final letter or the final consonant of the verb. Well, there is also a negative form of the present continuous. So let's see the negative form. We make the negative of the present continuous by simply adding the part not after the verb to be, which means we only use the negative form in the verb to be, like in this sentence. Positive, he is wearing a tie, but negative, he is not wearing a hat. We may also use contractions, remember. He isn't wearing a hat. So the present participle remains the same. It never changes. It's just the part be that becomes negative. Let's observe the structure. The subject, then the negative form of to be, plus the present participle ending with ing, and then the rest of the sentence. He isn't wearing a hat. Okay, let's observe some other examples. Here we have subject, negative form of to be, and then the present participle. She isn't walking the dog. Next, subject, negative form of to be, and the present participle. They aren't singing well today. The next one, subject, negative form of to be, and the present participle. We aren't taking the bus today. And finally, you aren't doing your job. So observe that we use the present continuous to express actions happening in the current moment of the speaking. We also use the present continuous to express the development of new habits, to express temporary events, and also to express some changes in regular habits. When you break the routine, you need to use the present continuous to express that change in the routine or in a regular habit. Okay? So now let me model for you how to form statements in the present continuous. Lights, camera, action. Okay. Let me read my instruction. Fill in the gaps to complete the sentence. Y tengo que llenar el gap, el espacio, con the sentence. Complete the sentence. Okay. So, in the first moment, I have to see the subject and use its form of be, the correct form of the present simple of be. And then, okay, then I have to form the present participle of the main verb by adding ing. So for number one, They, the part of be is are. They are, and come, I use coming. They are coming. I remember that I need to drop off that E and just use ing. So they are coming home now. Number two, we also are. Okay, yes, we are playing a board game. And then Jane, aha, it's a she. So is. The correct form of to be is for Jane. Es la forma de be. So Jane is cooking dinner. Está súper fácil. Very, very simple. He is drinking. He is drinking some water. We are, ya lo puse el are. We are listening. We are listening to music. Okay. And I am. Ese sí me acuerdo porque como me han dicho el I am washing my hair. Ok. La forma correcta del be para you. A ver, y recuerdo. I am. He is. She is. It is. Y todos los demás usan are. Entonces, you are. Win. Ah, este es de esos verbos de consonant, vowel, consonant. Aquí tengo que hacer doble la última letra. So you are winning with double N. Okay, you are winning the game. And finally, we are, ese ya lo vi, we are visiting. We are visiting New Zealand. Ready, I'm done. Qué fácil está esto. Ok. Y si fuera en negativo, pues nada más le pongo el not. They are not coming home now. We are not playing a board game. Jane is not cooking dinner. He is not drinking some water. We are not listening to music. I am not washing my hair. You are not winning the game. Or we are not visiting New Zealand. Fácil. Cut. Okay. So, what I did to solve this activity, this exercise, are these three simple steps for success. Step 1. I identify the subject of the sentence. Step 2. I use the corresponding form of be that might be positive or negative. And step 3. I form the present participle of the main verb by adding ing. Let's say this in Spanish for you. Paso 1. Identifico el sujeto de la oración. Una vez que ya tengo identificado el sujeto de la oración, voy al paso 2. Uso la forma del verbo be que le corresponda a ese sujeto, ya sea en su forma positive o en la forma negative, según lo que me pida la oración o lo que yo quiera decir. Y luego voy al step 3. Formo el present participle del verbo principal de la oración, solamente añadiendo al final ing. Entonces, por ejemplo, verbo play, playing, eat, eating. Así formo el present participle. Pues ahora, it's the moment for you to do the independent practice. You are going to copy in your notebook these sentences in 3.11. This says filling the gaps with the present continuous negative. pay attention to this. You are going to use the negative form of be to create the negative of the present continuous. Observe the example. Sheila isn't walking the dog. Toma en cuenta que el negative está en la parte B. Sheila isn't walking the dog. Y así vas a hacer todas estas oraciones. So you may just copy the final version. No necesitas copiar la parte del paréntesis en tu cuaderno, pero puedes solo escribir ya la parte, digamos, hecha en el present continuous negative. Okay? Then, 3.12, listen to the audio and mark the correct activities. Yo te voy a poner el audio allí agregado en Classroom, en un file, lo vas a escuchar, pero aquí sí, primero yo te diría, copia estas oraciones tal cual en tu cuaderno, en tu hoja de carpeta, so copy this in your notes, and then listen to the audio and mark the correct activities. La primera ya está hecha para ti, so it's reading. So you need to listen carefully to the conversation, because then in the conversation you are going to find the answers to what is doing every one of these people. Dan, Manu, George, and Jamal. Okay? Once you are ready with this, proceed to complete your exit ticket. Let me explain you how to do the exit ticket. In the exit ticket, you are going to create the sentences. By observing the images, you are going to write and say the positive and the negative according to the images. Observe the example. In the first one, they are running. ¿Ves la posición de brazos, pies? Te das cuenta que están corriendo. So they are running. In the second picture, they aren't running. They are not running. Aquí tú puedes usar contraction o no usar la contraction, simplemente agregando not. ¿Ok? Da lo mismo para tu escritura acá si tú pones aren't o isn't, si pones are not, is not. Tú vas a crear aquí tus propias oraciones, pero siempre basado en lo que estás observando en esas images. ¿Ok? Pues hemos llegado al final. Si tuvieses cualquier duda, recuerda que está el canal el chat de WhatsApp. Por allí puedes preguntar y yo te puedo seguir orientando. It was a pleasure to have this lesson with you. Goodbye.